This might be the biggest chapter in Tower of God in a long time. So we resume with Rachel and company escaping and going after the chess piece. And we got Endorsey chasing right after him. Endorsey's not trying to let them get away with anything. She gonna do anything and everything she can to help her man. If that means she gotta blast these little hoes, she gonna blast them. And she let it fly, let me tell y'all. And this is where Endorsey starts talking her ish. She's like, yeah, I'm that psycho princess. Go ahead and hand me that chess piece now. But old girl wasn't having it. She was trying to let her know, like, yo, I keep that thing in the tuck, okay? I ain't the same person I was before. That person that was on the hell train when you fought me last, that's not the same me. And she pulls out this little chalice thing, right? All shining in all its little mini glory. And she says, yo, I secretly took it away when we were coming out of that place. I need some more background information on this. And she releases some power out of this mug. And let me tell you, I ain't think that chalice had that much power in it. I mean, it's messing up the entire environment. Like, damn, what is in that chalice? But while this is happening, Belair is using this form to slither around. And then we pan back to Endorsey, because she low-key tanks that blast. She ain't no princess of jihad for no reason now. And then she's asking, like, what kind of attack was that? She wasn't familiar with this game. And she was like, that was no mere trick. That was something different. And she was wondering, like, what did she do? How did she do it? But then the chalice disintegrates. Like, it seemed like it was only like a one-time use thing. Kind of a glass cannon. If you're going to use it, make sure it at least defeats or kills your opponent. Like, what's the point? She's basically like, this is going to give us a little time. Let's hurry up and dip out of here once again. But before she could dip out with the chess piece, Belair comes around and, scoops that thing right on up. His little slimy ass. And he starts skedaddling out of there, for real. I don't like these niggas. And he pulls up, no shirt, all that. And he's like, so we meet again. Did I tell you I don't like this nigga? And they're just like, yo, what are you doing? You're going back on your promise. Give us back the chess piece. And then we find out, like, he got this dude inside him too, no Diddy. It's just, it's just a weird thing. Like, we don't know what the hell Belair doing, for real. Belair tells the dude, yo, go back. You're scaring him, okay? Let me handle this. And they're like, yo, give us it back. Why are you changing the plans? And he's like, yeah, we got a little change of plans. Unlike Enkidu, I recognize your usefulness. And it's like, as long as you don't take this chess piece, I could hook you up with something. But as he's speaking to him, he kind of gets trapped in a little triangle lighthouse seal. And that chess piece is getting taken. And Dorsey hears a familiar voice. Who could it be? It's our boy Khun, you know what I'm saying? He come to say today, he always help out his teammates when they really need him. Like he said before, I really am a really good friend. And he's over here talking his games like, man, what a relief. I was worried that both of y'all made it to the arena. But you guys are still arguing, so thanks for, let me catch up a little bit. And then he starts talking more ish. He was like, you know what this is, right? This is a game. And you know who wins the games? I'm the one who wins the games. I'm the game master. Now that Khun has the chess piece secured, and Dorsey comes up behind him, gets a hold of him, and they teleport out of there. Rachel, like the fraud she is, reaching out, saying, no. So they get to where the arena is at. And Dorsey's not in really good shape after she tanked that hit. And then Dorsey's asking, like, yo, do you have the other chess piece? And Khun's like, yeah, we got it. Rack got it for sure. And then he hits up Rack, is like, yo, Rack, you got the other piece ready? Wake up. And Rack's like, what is that? Is a chess piece something that you can eat? See, Rack is fumbling the bag right now. Rack is selling the team. He was like, no, it's not. Like, this is something we need. He was like, oh, was it that white chocolate looking piece? It didn't look tasty and it wasn't tasty, so I threw it away. I had the same exact face as they're having right now. Like, what? But something happens. That same exact chess piece just so happens to be underneath Enkidu as he's, flying on over. And just his luck, guess who picks it up? Enkidu. Khun starts to flip out on Rack, as he should, because Rack is just doing Rack things. And then especially since he doesn't remember where he threw it off at too. Like, how could you be so inconvenient right now? Then Enkidu pulls up like, yeah, I got the chess piece. Guess what's good? And they're just like, fuck. As, Enkidu is gloating and stuff, some sensu orbs, forming from behind him. And it attacks him. And, luckily he notices it and he dodges it. Deflects it. And then Baam appears back into the fold. And during this time, Enkidu proposes a situation for Baam. He's like, yo, you have a chess piece I want, and I have a chess piece that you want. How about we switch so we both get what we want? Baam's a little hesitant about the situation since technically he just partnered up with Tremere, and I don't think he's trying to turn on him just yet. But as they're having this conversation, an explosion happens, and Tremere's monster breaks through the barrier. The Enkidu tries to use that as more of a persuasion technique. It's like, hey, like, you see that vile creature that he made right there? Why would you want someone like that around still? Baam still really isn't budging. Baam's still kind of deep in thought in this situation. And then we get this panel. The panel that I didn't think we were going to see this chapter. It's that pillar source that's inside of him. And it says, what are you hesitating for? You're a child made for revenge. Huh? And then it starts activating inside of him. And then we get this projection of V. And he was like, sorry for being so sudden, but that body, let me borrow it for a moment. And then V takes over Baam's body. What? And then he got the long hair drip too. This shit tough. And then he gives us this look right here. And this is how the chapter ends. This chapter was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. We got V back. And he's got Baam's body, which I assume is probably stronger or better than his old body. I just feel like he's about to put in crazy work next chapter.